Okay, it's April 2022. I'm sitting outside with my two of my RC cars. I've got my Armour Outcast 6S EXB and my Armour Talion 6S EXB. Both are new. As you can see from looking at them, they're not, they're not brand new. They've both been run, they've both done dozens and dozens of jumps, they've both landed on their roofs, they've both landed on their fronts, backs. They've both done what do you call it, cartwheels. Both of them. There's only a few trees in my garden, as you can see. There's two right there, and I managed to hit both of them. Anyway, there's a jump there which we'll try in a minute. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, so back to the cars. So the Outcast changes. I've changed the steering knuckles front and rear, or the knuckles on the rear obviously. Steering knuckles to aluminium ones. I don't know if you can just see them there, red. Awesome, they look fantastic. I've dropped the body at the back. I put some extra screws in the rear spoiler because they come off a bit, or I've seen them come off on Razor RC. He lost his on the first couple of 50-foot jumps. So I put some extra screws in those. It's got the original deboot wheels on it, so that's all the same. I've put some Go Faster stickers on them. They've both got red wheel nuts. Obviously that will make them go quicker. Just kidding. And I'll put some stickers on them. Why? Because I like stickers. I think they look cool, especially if they're the right scale ones and they've got shell and things on them like that, and champion plugs and things. Anyway, BBS, Recaro. So put a few sticks on. And the Talion. So why both? You might be asking yourself. So when I was looking at these EXB cars, I was torn between these two. And I was really unsure which one to get, and then Traxxas came out with the Sledge, which I also really like the look of. In fact, I like the look of it so much, and the way the body was going fitted on it and whatever was really cool. I put one on pre-order, but once I realised I had to buy new batteries because I didn't want to cut the connectors and all that sort of thing, I thought about it quite a bit, and you know, the Sledge is still more than the Talion, and that's an EXB, so about £100 or $100 extra. So it just seemed like a no-brainer for me to buy the Talion instead. I've changed the wheels on it. I've taken the guitars off, which are the steel belted ones, because obviously that's a speed truggy. As you can see, it looks like it's doing 100 mile an hour just while it's sitting there. Look at that! Wow, what a awesome looking RC. So I've changed them to backflips as well. Obviously they're low profile ones on the Talion, and I've just got the ordinary standard ones on the Outcast. These two trucks, that Outcast, it jumps so well. When it lands on the floor, if you land it properly on all four wheels, it almost looks weightless, and it's not weightless by any stretch. Because I weighed them both today, I was curious how much lighter the Talion was to the Outcast. Now the Outcast weighs just over 5.5 kilos without batteries, and the Talion is just under 5 kg, so there's about half a kg between them, which is just over a pound, so in weight. So the Outcast is a bit heavier. They're both running hard case batteries. I've got Z's in the Outcast, and I've got Ovonics in the Talion. Quite cool that I got ordered some Ovonics, because they're a bit smaller than the Z's. And the Z's, to be fair, the two of them stacked together, because they're 3S, obviously, two 3S's make the 6S. They wouldn't have fitted in the Talion, so I've got the Ovonics. And the other thing I noticed when I've been charging the batteries up, that the Z's charge up to about 4,700-ish, whereas the Ovonics charge up to 5,300. So I have noticed the Ovonics seem to last a bit longer, which that would make sense, but that might be because they're new batteries, so I'm not going to make any decisions about that yet. They both seem good. Punch on them seems pretty similar, although the Ovonics seem to be outlasting the Z's at the moment, but then again the Outcast is a slightly heavier car, so you know, you can debate that all day, I guess. I'm not sure. And as for technical stuff, if you want technical stuff, this is not going to be the channel. I'm not even sure this is going to be a channel, actually. This is just me talking about RCs because I love them. I got back into them a couple of years ago. The first RC ever was Tamiya, like a lot of people, which was little two-wheel drive monster trucks that you couldn't take out in the rain, and you couldn't drive them through grass, and you couldn't do a lot with them at all, to be honest, but they were good fun. My son and I bought my son his first one when he was about 4, and he's over 30 now and he still owns it. So, and I've got my original one as well, which is probably quite valuable by now because it's in mint condition, or it's in very good condition. So I'm going to run these in a minute, do a few jumps with them and whatnot, and show you how they go. I'm only in the garden, so I'm not going to do anything spectacular. I won't be doing any 50-foot jumps like a la RC Dude 81 or Rich Duper Bash or Thunder RC. I'll leave the 50-foot jumps to them for now. I'm still learning how to do the small jumps. I want to learn how to land these things properly without smashing them to pieces. Now, when they talk about smashing these things to pieces, they do break, obviously. But, you know, when you think about it, when you're doing a 50 feet jump, these are 8th scale cars, and they can jump over 50 feet, in fact, well over 50 feet. But we'll just say 50 feet because it's an easy number to work with. So if we say 50 feet and they're 8th scale, and you scale that up by 8, that gives you 400 feet. I don't know, someone will correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure, that there's a real car, as in a full scale car, ever been made that could survive a 400-foot drop. Straight out of a plane or something, or off a building. So yeah, 400 feet, that's equivalent of these things landing from 50 feet and surviving. And not only do they survive, Rich Duper Brash, Thunder RC and RC Dude 81, they do it dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of time. RC Dude 81, he hits a ramp doing 80 miles an hour with his Armour Typhon 6S and leaps it, I think, over 200 feet. That's not high, 200 feet long. I think 232. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. Be gentle, this is my first video, like I said, so I don't want to get into any rows with anyone about anything. I'm just doing this because I love RC cars. And to Armour, I've got to say to you, Armour, if you ever watch this or you're ever listening, these cars are fantastic. I'm not sure that we appreciate just how well they are built and how tough they are. When they do 4, 5, 6 feet jumps and whatever, they survive easy. That doesn't damage them at all. And like I said, these have hit, they take big chunks out of my garden with both of these cars. So they have done dozens and dozens of jumps already, and nothing, touch wood, wherever there's some wood, has broken on either of them yet. So that's an introduction to my XPs. Now, why did I buy the Talion? Like I said, the sledge was, I had it on pre-order, but I didn't want to get into that. I had to buy new batteries and a new charger because I didn't want to cut all the connections and solder them up and all that sort of stuff. And I already have lots of 3S batteries because obviously I run Armour 10th scale cars as well, Granite, Vortex, etc. Which those cars I've had them years now. And they have done literally thousands of jumps. I've got RPM arms on the Granite, wide arms on the Granite, which it handles so much better. I've also got a set of RPM arms for the Outcast or the Talion. It will fit either of them because they run in the same arms. So a lot of the parts on these cars are interchangeable, which is really cool. So it means, you know, if you break one, you've got the other car obviously, but you can take spares off one or whatever if you're desperate to use one of them and not the other. But obviously the truck is for speed runs, and if I want to do a speed run with it, I'll put the guitars back on it and take the LPs, the boot backflips LPs, which is the low profile ones, off the Talion, and put the guitars back on it, which obviously are indoors. These cars are just, they're epic, absolutely epic. I think they're probably the greatest toys ever made. Toys, hobby grade RCs, whatever you want to call them, but I mean, at the end of the day, they're toys that make you smile, they make you laugh. I've been watching YouTube channels, RC channels now for a couple of years, and there's some great guys out there. Outsourced RC, he's one of my favourite channels, and 10th Scale Garage. Those guys are just fantastic. They just do some fantastic videos. They are both so good. I love watching them, and when they put new things up, I've got the bell and everything, and it reminds me that they've put a new video up, and I watch them straight away because they do some really cool stuff. There are lots of other good ones out there. Razor RC, if you want to know anything, like you got the flashing thing of death, you know, the ESC if it's flashing or whatever, the red blinking death thing. He'll tell you how to fix it and whatever. It's normally something to do with the radio control, I think. The steering being out of trim or something like that. Anyway, like I said, technical stuff, I'm not your guy. I just want to have fun with my RC cars, and I do look after them a bit like Outsourced RC. As you can see, these ones have both done quite a bit of work. They've done lots of jumps and they've been smashed around a bit, but you can see they pretty much look brand new, and the reason they look brand new is because I clean them after I use them every time, and I make sure everything's oiled, check all the nuts and bolts and everything's working. And no wheels have come off either of these. I've had no issues with either of them so far, and I'm going to run them in a minute, so I'll stop talking now and we'll start one up. And so I'll stop that there, and then I'll fire one up. I'll fire up the Outcast first, I think, and we'll have a little go with that, do a few jumps. Turns out that was okay, turns out that was quite good timing, as the guy from Amazon just turned up. It's not the postman anymore, is it? It's the guy from Amazon turned up. So if you're wondering why I've got a little bit of carpet there, it's just there's a big lump there, and all that bald ground right in front of me is where the RCs tear off over the ramp, so I have to keep moving it and whatever. So here we go. So here's the Outcast. The Armour Outcast 6S EXB, look at it. Wow, look at those steering knuckles, they're awesome. Alright, yeah, I know they're only small jumps, you're all going, oh my god. But you've got to practice. You can't just go and jump these things 50 feet if you don't know what you're doing, because you're going to smash them up. There's a light. Look, I mean, it lands like it's on, like it's light, but it's not light by any stretch. Look at that, what an awesome RC. Armour, yeah, I don't know, this is just, I think they're epic. Look at that, it's just, you know, I think you've got to learn to run before you can walk, and I'm just, I mean, you all know how fast these things are. Oh yeah, the gear, see, frontwards, I didn't give it enough power in the air, and I almost landed it on its nose. I want to run my coffee over. See, the bit frontwards, didn't give it enough again, but at least I know what I'm doing wrong, and the thing is, hopefully you fix that and get it right. Yeah, imagine if you were doing that from 50 feet, you're not going to do your car a lot of good, are you? I was thinking about naming these. What do you think about that? Is it? Look at that. Ah, oh, that's just awesome. See, I think that's epic already. So, yeah, a bit of a spin up, or nearly at the new bit of garden. Just to show you that I miss my coffee. Over there, if you're wondering what all those rocks are along the fence, that's my rock crawling course, which I set up for my Axel Capra. So I've got other RCs, like I said, I've got a Granite, and I've got a Vortex, I've got an Axel Capra, I've got an FTX, which was one of the first RCs I bought. I've also got a little, you know, mini scale ones. I've also got some turbo racing 176 scale cars, you know, so the RC bug has really got me. But these are in another league. These EXB. See, down on the front again, I didn't give it enough in the air. So I guess I know what I should do. I'm just not always doing it. That was perfectly flat. I mean, that's the way to do a jump. So get it to land flat. Look at that. That's just lovely. Now, if you can learn how to do that every time, I guess that means you can start going higher. And I mean, doing backflips and whatever, I mean, that comes easy after a while, as you all know that I can do it easy with my 10th scale ones. I haven't even tried it with this. I've done a standing backflip with this by mistake the first day I took it out. You're not really used to the 6S power when you first get it, and if you've got it set on 100%, which I did have, of course, and I gave it a finger full. Oh, and that was just rubbish. And it just did a standing backflip. And the punch settings are straight as out of the box, which whatever they are, what's that, 3 or 4, maybe 5, I doubt it. If I turn the punch setting up on this, I'll only probably turn it up to 7, I won't max it out. I don't think I will, not yet anyway. I love this truck. So I say, so this is running 5,200 milliamp Z's, 80 C's, and the Talion also has 5,200 milliamp Ovonics in it, which are 60 C's. Although, like I said, the Ovonics seem to be taking a bit of charge, but the batteries aren't very old yet. So look at that! Wow, I mean, that's only jumping 2 or 3 feet high, but it's jumping 10, 12 feet already, just like that, just slowly. Look at that! I mean, it just lands so well, this truck. I think it's a masterpiece of engineering myself. And you can hear it spinning up on my ramp. Look at the black tyre marks on it. Show you how many. Most of that's been done with the granite and the vortex, obviously, not with these 8 scale trucks. Wheelie. There you go. I can just do this all day, just go round and round and round. For you guys watching, it's probably a bit boring. Look at this truck. What a beautiful day. Makes you glad to be alive. Oh, it's front again, see that chunk out of my lawn? Not that my lawn's the best as it is, but and the other thing with these ramps, I don't think any of us make them wide enough. I mean, Rich Duperbash and RC Dude 81, I think it was RC Dude 81, his is doing over 80 miles an hour, and it's not a lot wider than that one, and that was 800, I think. So they're not even a metre wide, and when you consider the car's probably 450, 500. So it seems like making a bit of a noise. Stop now. I put a fan on the Outcast. I haven't put one on the Talion yet, but I will, body provided, of course. And like I said, the Z batteries, the 5,200 milliamps, 2 of those stacked on top of each other would not fix the EXP. Can you see that? I've put the the EXP on the front. I penned it in, which I think looks pretty cool because it's silver at the front rather than black like the Outcast. It's got a bit more silver on it, but man, that thing looks like it's doing 100 miles an hour while it's standing still. Look. So that's the Outcast. We'll start up the Talion and give that a little rip in a second. Oh, and there we go on the roof. Just to prove I can put it on its roof. Terrible jump. Brother and sister, or brother and brother, or sister and sister. Look at that, what an awesome looking car. See, front again, no. See, you just do the jump and you forget what you're doing, which I think I've got to concentrate more. Yeah, look at that, that's how you should do it, perfectly straight. And for me, I'm just going to practice until I'm comfortable, and the more I get comfortable, the higher I'll go, hopefully. See, that's jumped 10 feet easy. And then not even hitting the ramp at what, I don't know, 5, 8 mile an hour, 10 mile an hour or something. You can just keep doing that just over and over and over until you know what you're doing. I pulled back on that one because I knew I got it wrong. Like I said, I'm a bit like Outsourced RC. I think I really care about my trucks. Let's face it, these things aren't cheap. Not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. The 2 of these cost as much as a real car. Look at that. Oh man, that was just beautiful. This Outcast jumps so well. Even when I get it wrong, it still saves me. I love this thing. Look at that, that must be jumping 10 feet already, easy. I'm not talking about high, I'm talking about length. Height wise, only doing about 2 or 3 feet, that's only a couple of feet. The ramp's only about half a metre, although I've got extension legs on that. I can lift it up double its height quite easy, so which I will do when I want to start doing my first backflips with the Outcast. Look at that, wonderful. Right, that's the Outcast, let's fire up the other one. I'll turn it off for a second. Okay, I think the wind's getting up a bit. I'm not sure whether you can hear it, hopefully not. I'm sitting down in my chair, and I fired up the Talion, so here we go. Talion, let's straight into it. Oh, okay, well we got that on film, there you go, straight on its roof. Told you they've been on their roofs. As jumps go, I think you could safely say that was pretty rubbish. That's why I'm practicing. Oh, look at that, we've got half a garden on the bonnet. Really? Half a tree already. Look at that car though, wow. That is just, look at that. Man, I think it looks great with those the boots. Look at that for that first jump. What an idiot. Oh, I can't stand all this grass in here, got to get it off. Yeah, that's better. Right, now let's try that again, see if we can't land it. For some reason I seem to that's better. Alright, I know it was only a little jump, but wheelie. Not quite so much. It will wheelie. Yeah, front down again, see? That's why I'm practicing, because I need it. These cars do drive totally differently. It's pretty, when you think you're using the same remote, they have a lot of similar parts, but they do drive very differently. That's better. Let's see if we can get a few half decent jumps in. That's better. I've got to remember to spin those wheels up when it's in the air, and it's almost like I forget to do it. It's like you're watching it, it's like, bit like the rabbit with its caught in the headlights of a car. I get it in the air and then I just freeze about what I'm supposed to do next. Ah, now see, you heard it spin up there, which was better because I saved it really, because otherwise that was a pretty rubbish jump again. And another rubbish one, and on a roof again. As you can see, I can't drive this one as well as the Outcast, but that's just practice, I suppose. It's done a bit of work, not much. So bits of grass, not worried about those. But look at it, wow. It's just such an awesome looking RC. They both are different, very different trucks, but let's get a few jumps in with this one, see if we can not put it on its roof. But I did say they've both been on their roof, and now I proved it. And I think I've cartwheeled them both too, so again, they've been cartwheeled many times. Ah, there you go, you heard it spin up. I spun the wheels up, which is good, which means hopefully I'm going to get better at it. Yeah, I'm not spinning it up enough though. The punch on this one might need picking up, I don't know. It's not. Oh, there you go. You can hear me spinning those wheels up, which is good. Maybe that means I'm getting the hang of it. Look at this. I can't believe how this thing looks. Even when it's going slow like that, look, it looks like it's doing 100 miles an hour. It's fantastic. Let's see if we can get it to wheelie. You got to be careful with this thing coming towards you. Just you got to remember that it weighs 5 kilos, and if it hits you doing any speed, it will break your legs. You see that tail spin out. Well, I don't really want it on the rock crawler course. It's not really built for a rock crawler course, but I miss my coffee. Cheers, guys. These, I think they are the 2 best toys I've ever owned. I think they're possibly a couple of the best toys in the world. You know, I know other companies make RCs as well, but these, value for money. Oh, look at that. That's how I need to jump. Oh, I don't know what I did though. Well, I didn't hit it too far. I think there's a big difference on whether you're on the gas a lot when you hit the ramp as well, because if you hit the ramp, if you know what I mean, if you hit the ramp with not too much throttle, you've got lots of throttle to add. Look at all these sticks caught in it. Look at me worrying about a couple of little sticks. You probably think I'm a... Look at that, I love it, I just love it. I sit out here for hours with these things, just going round and round and jumping. Look at that, it's better, see, getting better already. And I haven't had a lot of practice with these yet. Nothing like my granite. That was just epic. I hope that's come out well on video. So what was that? You know, we went, what, 12 feet? Look at that, jumping 10 feet long. And like that, you know, I haven't made a lot of changes to these cars, so this is how Armour set them up, which I think they've done a pretty good job. Kick the dirt up. Plenty of punch on those bonnets, look at that. Wow. So you got, I mean, you know, you can't just go out and, well, I don't think you can anyway. I don't think you should go out and start trying to jump these things 50 feet when you don't really know how to control them properly. You know, let's face it. See, you can hear me spinning it up, which is good. You can hear it wheel spinning on the wood. Well, I probably, for a first video, I hope, you know, you guys that are watching, if there's anyone watching, be kind. I hear them talking about hitting that likes and subscribe button a lot, and it gets a bit old, I know that, but you know what, if you want to see these things and you want people to do this, I suppose you've got to hit the like and maybe write a comment if someone's made a half decent job. I know there's some pretty terrible things on YouTube as well, but there are some great ones. Like I said, RC Kiwis, they're pretty good too. RC Sailors, they're fantastic. That's a couple, husband and wife, and they're just brilliant. RC Kiwis, I think they're husband and wife, or certainly boyfriend and girlfriend, I'm not sure. There's the Australian guy, Matthew Sim, he's great. Like I said, outsourced RC. He's that guy's just great. He speaks from his heart, and he loves his RCs. He doesn't like damaging them or whatever, although he smashes his X-Max into things and breaks down sheds with it and things like that, so he does some pretty cool stuff too. But I love watching his videos. Oh, look at, I haven't got that on film. That was great. That was a front flip by mistake. It landed on the front nose and flipped over. So I'm probably waffling anyway, but guys, if you like this, and you know, I'll do more, but only if you guys want me to. There's not a lot of point if you don't. So what should we say? We'll call it 50 likes. If we get 50 likes and 50 subscribers, maybe that might be asking a bit much actually. We get 50 subscribers, maybe we'll do another video, but or 100, is that more realistic? Because if 100 people don't like it, is there any point? I know everyone has to start off small. Look, that was epic as far as I'm concerned. See, it doesn't take a lot to make you happy with these RCs. That was just that last, not that last one, but the one before that. It must have been at least 4 or 5 feet high and 10, 12 feet long. Just fantastic. Look at this thing. And there we go, on its roof again. So you do one good one and then one rubbish one, and that's why we're practicing. And well, I'm practicing with you guys, I suppose. Look at my poor old lawn. It's not, I just get it all fixed and mowed and looking good, and then I smash it all up with my RC cars. When the granite hits this, it doesn't do quite so much damage. These things obviously weigh a lot more. First time I saw Kevin Tolbert grab one of his RCs and throw it on the floor like that, I was like, wow, that's not much of a way to treat a car, is it? But I had no idea, obviously, they were built the way they are now, because I was just getting back into it, and I was like, wow, that's just incredible. We dropped it from about 4 feet in the air. 4 feet in the air. RC Dude 81 throws these things 50, 60 feet in the air. So does Thunder and Rich Duperbash. Man, 50 feet, they send them 80, 90 feet in the air. And like I said, hundreds of feet long. So if you want to check those guys out as well, I would highly recommend anyone that I've talked about in this thing. They all do great videos. See, that was, I forgot to spin it up because I'm talking. Why did I do that? Let's do one decent one. There you go. That's better. I got it in the bushes. Maybe it's got caught on something now. Can it fight its way out? It did. Alright, there's one more decent jump before we turn it off. No, that wasn't a decent jump, was it? I want to finish it on a good note, so like I said, if we get 100 likes and 100 subscribers and a few nice comments, hopefully, not too many haters. I know they talk about haters, I'm not quite sure what that is, but I think that's people that are just not very happy with life. I don't know. Oh, see, that's not right, is it? You guys can see that's not right. I'm sure you'll tell me what I'm doing wrong. There you go. See, when you spin those wheels up when you're in the air, I don't think I'm doing it quick enough. I'm just, there you go. That's better. So I can do it. And yes, I want to get the height, and yes, I want to do spectacular stuff like anyone that owns an RC, I suppose. But I can't see the point in trying to send this thing 50 feet, which I could do. Obviously, I can take it to a local BMX park and send it 40, 50 feet. But could I land it? Probably not. And then it gets smashed up, and then I've got to fix it all. Which, to be fair, wrenching on these things is actually quite good fun. Well, I think you guys call it wrenching. I mean, they've got proper diffs and engines and suspension and everything, so it's like a real car, really. But I don't want to break it just for the sake of breaking it. I want to enjoy it, have fun with it. You know, these batteries seem to last about, in the garden, just sort of pottering around like this, they get 40 minutes easy. So with the two of them out here, I can spend best part of, you know, an hour and a half just doing this, which I just love. I'm lucky I've got a garden big enough, really, and I do appreciate that. So look at that, what an awesome car. Armour. Oh, and you know, these are my cars, guys. I bought these myself. They're not given to me or anything. Obviously, if this is a new channel, I haven't actually put this will be my first video I put up on YouTube. I did one about asking some people about a meteorite, but no one seemed to bother to watch it, so maybe this one will get a few more likes or whatever. We'll put it up tonight and see what happens. See, you can hear those wheels spin up when it's in the air. You can't see them because obviously they're low profile ones, so see, that wasn't enough. didn't give it enough. It didn't land flat. I like it when it lands flat, when I get it exactly right. See, that's still nose. I'm dropping on the nose all the time. That was better. And I did all these wheels and tyres on all these cars have been balanced. I balanced them all, so I can't see. That's better. I'm getting the hang of it. Right, so you probably had enough of that now, guys. So that's my Talion EXB and my Outcast EXB. I'm going to run the batteries flat on these, but I think I'll stop filming now because this camera's hurting my head. I hope you like it, guys, and you know, like I said, if you guys like what I've had to say, like I said, I'm not going to be talking much about all the technical stuff because I don't know enough about it yet, and I don't think you should talk about things unless you understand them or know about them. That's why I'm not leaping these things 50 feet in the air, because I don't know how to do it yet. But hopefully down the track we will get both of these to go 50 feet. I think that will I'll set that as a goal. I want to send both of these trucks at least, you know, 30-40 feet in the air and get them flat out at some point. That's my goal. I want to make some pretty cool videos, so if you guys like this, I will. If you don't, I won't. I'll just carry on playing, because you know, having a camera on your head and whatever, it does take a bit of the fun out of it, I've got to admit. I kept thinking, do I want to do this? Do I want to set myself up to... Oh, did you see that? Wow. I mean, you know, little things please you, and that was just beautiful. That was absolutely... Look at that. See, getting better. Absolutely beautiful, this thing. Not quite so good, but I think it also depends on how you hit the ramp. So whether you've got a lot of power on when you hit the ramp, I think that makes a difference as well. So that's another thing. It's all just about learning, isn't it? And besides, so I'm probably waffling completely now, and you're all going, oh my god, what is he going on about? So I'm going to shut up. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed watching my Outcast and Talion EXBs. A lot of money's worth there. If you're young and getting into this hobby and want some RC cars, my suggestion is you get a WL Toys 144001. Those things are epic and they cost very little money. You know, 70 quid you can get one. They're fully hobby grade, which means you can change all the parts on them. I've got bigger wheels on them, I've got different spoilers on them. When they break, you can get the parts easy enough. In fact, I've got 4 of them. That's how much I like them. Did you see that? Wow, that was just so cool. So if you're new to the sport, guys, and you're not sure what to get, and you haven't got a lot of money, try and get your mum and dad to get 70 quid out of their pockets and get yourself a WL Toys 144001. They're epic. They do 30 mile an hour out of the box, and they're fully upgradable, fully everything. So get those, and then you work your way up to these type of things, which I did. I didn't start with these. I've had, you know, like I said, I've got a Granite, a lot of 10th scale cars, so I didn't start with these. I worked my way up to them, but they are definitely 2 of my favourite cars already, for obvious reasons. Alright guys, that's it from me. That's John. I do put comments on a lot of my favourite channels. I hope you guys, the guys that, you know, read those. I know Kevin Toll, but he can't read his because he gets too many. I mean, he's got 1.5 million subscribers now, which is just fantastic. Outsourced RC, I highly recommend him. 10th Scale Garage, RC Dude 81, obviously Rich Duper Bash, Razor RC, Matthew Sims, RC Kiwis, and there's a load more. RC Driver, he's good too. Sparks, there's so many of them. And in amongst those, of course, there's some really bad ones. But anyone that makes an effort, I still give them a like, whether they're, you know, even if they're bad, I give them a like, because you know what, they made the effort and they did something for us, for our entertainment. So that's all worth us giving a little like. It doesn't cost us anything. It's not a particularly hard thing to do. So all right, so if you like listening to someone waffle, give me the thumbs up. Look at, did you see that? That was just beautiful. When you get these things to land right, they're like they're weightless. when they land properly. That's what I love about them. Every jump's different, nearly every jump's different. Yeah. What a car, what an RC car. Phenomenal. Let's throw stones up. Love it. Alright guys, that's enough for me now. You've probably seen enough of that. So there you go. And like I said, this thing's hurting my head. So please give me a thumbs up and a like and a subscribe and all that, and send me some nice, hopefully, you know, some comments what you thought of the cars. If you're saving up for one, if you're thinking of getting one yourself, I can highly recommend both of these cars because they're just epic. Absolutely epic. And I'm not an Armour fan, I'm just an RC fan. Traxxas, like I said, I thought about getting the sledge, but the Talion won me out basically, because with the value for money, and you know, the value for money really, I just can't believe that it's cheaper than a sledge, and it's, I don't know whether it's better or not, I don't know that because I haven't got a sledge, but I do know it's a great RC car. Look at that. What a great RC car. Look at it. Even going slow, it looks like it's going fast. So they've both done what? I don't know. I've done quite a few jumps with them. They both landed on their roofs. Look at that. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Right, I'm going to stop there, guys. So I'll load this up tonight on YouTube, and hopefully we'll get a couple of likes. Like I said, if I get 100 likes and 100 subscribers and some nice comments, I will do another video. If not, I probably won't. Can't see the point in putting videos up if people don't like them. So, oh, we're in the bushes again. Alright, I'm turning it off, guys. Thanks for watching. Be safe, be well, and enjoy life. Bye.